So let me go back and forth and back and forth. You. This.
My thanks for your protection, Archon. Not to mention your unfailing patience. It is my hope that now Luke has unburdened his mind to us, his heart will be that tiniest bit lighter. I, for one, feel ready to face another day. After all, my friends and neighbors here to help me face it. Ah, there was one last thing I wanted to show both you and Luke. It has to do with Wright's traditional industry, if you were interested in taking a look. Oh, good. I was worried you'd had enough of me. My last errand for you, then. Be to have a word with Luke and bring him to the barley fields at the front of the village. I'll be there tending to the crops until you arrive.
Ah, Archon, I'm grateful for your understanding and the flowers you brought. My wife would have very much approved of the selection. Now, was there something you wish to discuss with me? Euless wants me there as well, does she? We'd best head over to the fields then. It's a really good fence, apparently.
This is what I wanted to show you. This barley crop right here. This is your father's plot, wasn't it? You've been tending to it in his absence? Every single day. Wanted to see his plans come true. His plans? Yes, he dreamed of restoring things to how the history books said they once were. Before the flood ruined everything. The village has long been known as a place of artisans. Even the name Wright is a nod to all the craftsmen that once made their home here. In years gone by, set a line of talus would stretch down the road, arms bearing lumber. The shipyard would echo with the calls of shipwrights hard at work. And then, when the day was done, it would gather here to share an ale in the village. My father, he'd hoped to brew that traditional Wright ale with the barley from this crop. To one day tap a barrel with his family and dear friends, and raise a toast to the future. Say, Luke, Archon, will you raise a mug with me when that day comes?
Of course I will.
Ah, but my dear girl, the land here does not nourish the crops as it once did. It will be some time ere you have old barley fit for the ale you have in mind. In the meantime, will you help me with the rest of Cliftal's plans? The rest? Wanted things they once were, did he not? We must first recover from the tragedy which was visited upon us. There is no sensible solution. But I mean to do what I can to lead our community out of this mire of pain and grief.
Assuming you're still willing to have me as a mayor.
Yes, of course, sir. Thank you.
I was set to live out the rest of my life in denial, but you and Euless have opened the eyes to this old fool to what needs to be done. For that, you have my thanks. Now I'd best get to work. I have folk to talk to and plans to make. When you're finished here, Euless, I should appreciate your assistance.
Well, Archon, I think this is where we finally part ways. Thank you again for all you've done for us. People of Right will go on, even under the weight of our sorrow. It might not happen this day or the next, but together we'll find ways to make things better. To recapture the prosperity this village once had. Look forward to when you next visit. With any luck, I'll be waiting to put a frothing mug of right brewed ale in your hand.
Okay, that chain finally done. Hey, Medusa. How's it going? How is leveling up lessons with Dark? I should really remember what you're playing. Hold on. Follow the scattered grain. It goes east. Oh man. Choosing a feat is rough. I ended up going with Sentinel. It fits the character flavor better than the other one I was looking at. Everyone always goes with feet and not ASI. For some reason the feats always just feel stronger, eh? You've got us a sneaky rat, folks. Boys. Oh, you want the ASI? Wow. Better grab up the tail before it squeaks to its mates. Someone actually went for the ASI. Shadow touched. Brain. I mean, that's one of the partial ASI traits, isn't it? Feats anyway, so. Plus free invisibility, that's, yeah, I love invisibility. It's my favorite mechanic ever. I don't hear anything. Maybe we should split up and have more look around. Once you're satisfied there's naught to find, you can meet me back at the lighthouse. Yeah, I can imagine. I've never had lower than a 6. Or, no, lower than an 8. I mean, most of my games are either point buy or I super roll well. Oh, up there. Yeah, free invisibility is really nice. It's just super not my character flavor. I think you hear a noise, maybe you imagined it. What's the oh, are there 2 in that circle then? Oh right, you were the one who was joking about going chef when we leveled up in the forest. Waters here swell and crash with cacophonous violence, raveling the stormy seas of Lenosha. Okay. Okay, where's the last one? It's gonna be down there.
Nothing but the lapping of the waves.
So in summary, I ain't find shit. Yeah, really bad rolls can, like... Really bad or really good rolls can make campaigns difficult to DM, which is why a lot of people just go point by now. Heard it. A terrible voice. Pain. I can feel my head splitting in half. Armor seems to be no state to talk. Soothe them with a few calming words. / soothe farmer.
I think I might live, thank you. That keening din seemed to pierce my very skull. I've never heard the likes of it. There truly exists a sea witch who murders sailors with her cursed screams. That is how I imagine her voice would sound. At least now we know which areas are too dangerous to approach. Come, we must return to Right so I can share this with the others. Where is this bridge?
Oh, way up to the north. Okay. Oh, way up there. We'll get there eventually. That's how you play D&D. You pretend that you like something and then you let the dice decide if you're any good at it. For instance, I like hitting things. Or Caxi does. Is he any good at hitting things? Oh.
Now that I've had a chance to calm down, I feel a little embarrassed by my earlier behavior. I think stories of sea witches and like may have fed my panic, but not everyone pucks those told tales, it seems. There was talk of a girl from Gate Town who's taken a visit in the lighthouse to practice her sing. Wait, you don't think that awful Keening could have been... No, surely not. Thank you for standing by me during that terrifying ordeal. And be wary of wailing sea witches should you find yourself near the clave again.
It was the girl who we helped find a spot to practice her singing, except she's not very good.
Took care of them? I can hardly believe it. You work long and hard for the food we harvest and have it all snatched away by those brutes. You'd think with all that training and discipline they'd have an easier time adjusting to an honest life in the field. But I suppose some men are cruel by nature. At least there are good people like you still around to renew my faith in the world. You have my thanks.
Okay, outside of the one... Outside of that, that's all of these wrapped up. Let's... Yeah, let's head up to this. This is another one of those two-part zones. There's a whole area up here. So we can't get flying unlocked here yet either. Hope me my two-part zones. I seemed to be pretty capable at hitting things the last time I had to try. Go to the destination and say Ismela. Oh no! Oh no! It's a ghost. Who would have predicted a ghost in the place with the ghost that we were told to go to? Ruh-roh, Raggy. You're all the way back there, right? Yep. Okay. I'll fight him for a Scooby snack. Now, that's a skull. Really close, though. I swear there was a comic about a ghost and a skeleton that came from the same, or maybe it was a ghost and a zombie that came from the same person. Might have been a ghost and a zombie. Ghost and vampire would be difficult because you don't actually die to become a vampire. Here they come. There's one of the things I was one example of what I was thinking. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention once more. What a day it's been for the folks at our door. We've welcomed a peddler who made pearls from a plum, and now we've a place for a painter of a plum. So come along and don't be slow. It's time to let your colors show. I can paint. Portraits, at least. Landscapes and still lifes are so rarely commissioned these days. Oh, I thought I spied some new faces in the crowd. What fortune that you should feel at ease around an easel. What proof have you of your prowess? Any masterpieces on your person? Nah, I just found this old paintbrush. That means I can paint good, right? Sadly not. Everything I paint is soon sold. Such is the life of a working artist. I have only my brush to testify for me, though you'll note that is see no small amount of service. Imagine being a painter with only one brush. Just one. It's all you own. Aha! Ho ho! Flecks of paint, but old and new. A tool much loved and much used. Not a prop to be conjured on the hop? Very well, come with us and we'll put those talents to the test. And who is this hangers-on? Well-wisher or parasite? Why, this is my assistant. She whose unfailing support allows my art to flourish. I will go with her or not at all. Parasite, then. We shall leave her fate in the hands of your new employer. It matters not a whit to us. Mal doesn't like puns either.
And having filled our latest vacant space, we retire to your more sweet embrace. Oh, mercy me, the mule! We almost took our leave without leaving a lovely token. You must empty the sacks ere we make our way back.
Redemption is beyond us. The lament of all but saints and fools, and the comfort of the lords and ladies of this accursed place. Once they held fast against the madness, only to embrace the coming cataclysm and delight in the end of days.
Let me in!
Perhaps in rapture they seek to lose themselves and the misery they share. Or perhaps for them alone, the promise of eternal pleasure really does hold true.
Welcome, welcome to the City of Final Pleasures. Feel free to weep at its magnificence. No, not even a single tear. Moving right along then. Our first task is to register you as residents. You know, make it all nice and official. We'll smooth the way, so you just need to put on your happy faces and head through to Joyous Hall. The Bureau of Immigration is in the first room on the left side of the passage. Declare your name and occupation in a nice, loud voice. The clerks will tell you where to go from there. Oh, and pay no mind to those folk off to the side of the road. Much like the hopefuls in Gate Town, they haven't earned the right to enter the city proper. If, however, you enjoy basking in the envy of your fellow man, then by all means, take your time. But why waste another moment? Go, enjoy the beginning of your new life in paradise.
What seems to be the problem, Mel?
Bureau of Immigration, was it? I suppose we had better show ourselves willing for the time being.
Can't mount here. I'm sure if Dave hasn't, I'd be extremely surprised. Then again, his favorite is eats ass, so... Just, make moist out of yellow liquid, and whenever anyone asks, insist that it is lemon juice. Just grab those, and then hop here. These are my... These are on my list of most ridiculous things. Big door, tiny door that opens inside of it. You just taunting Automod, huh? Welcome to you, more fortunate friends. May I have your names? I'm an Alfino, an artist, and this is Archon, my assistant. I'm sure you get automodded plenty. Ah, yes, I was informed of your imminent arrival. You can forego the usual interview and begin processing your registration papers forthwith. Now, the citizens of Yulmore are divided into two classes. There are the free, who are blessed with the favor of Lord Vothry, and the bonded, who work in the employ of the free. You'll be joining the ranks of the bonded. Your duties are to serve a patron in the capacity for which you were chosen. In your case, painting pretty pictures. Should your patron dismiss you for any reason, you must find another sponsor among the free, or accept work as a general laborer. I see. And might you tell us something of the patron we are to serve? The two patrons, actually. Chynaz and Dulia Chai. A mistel couple who most refer to as the Chais. They're both gentle souls, but I would ask that you would conduct yourself with respect and humility. For your own sake as much as theirs. Now, a moment please, while I complete the relevant paperwork.